Hey everybody, Big D here.
And I'm Liam.
And welcome back to another episode of Big D's and Liam's Custom Garage and another working Wednesday. Today's episode is all about DarkSyn and its new power plant. Yes, we finally got DarkSyn's new motor. So, with that being said, we're not going to hesitate. We're going to go right into it. So, enjoy today's video and we will see you at the end. Here we go. Hey everybody, Big D here. We now officially have our new motor for DarkSyn. Give me just a minute and it will be on that engine stand, and I will go over all of the details about the new motor. So here we go. Okay guys, well, we're back. As you can see, I got the motor up on its engine stand and started tearing her down. We got the complete harness and ECU all taken off and is now put in a crate so it can be put off to the side until it's ready to be slimmed down. Going to be eliminating some sensors, but took the coil packs off. We got our fuel rails are completely off. The flex plate and the torque converter are going back to the previous owner. He didn't have the tool to get them off, so I told him that I would go ahead and take them off for him and let him know when I got them off so he could come and pick them up. Pretty much got everything off the intake. We've got our fuel rails have been removed on both sides. So have our coil rail packs have been removed. You guys saw me do that. As you guys can see here, you know that I mentioned that I'm going to shave the intake. Well, this is what I meant by it. You see all this extra plastic that's sticking up, these extra mounts, this mount here, these ports that stick out, all these tabs here. Well, not all of them because that's for the throttle cable mount, but this one here that has a thing that needs to be plugged off, and the sensors and the vacuum lines will be relocated to back here, and then all of this up here will be completely smoothed down and look real good. You guys will see me do that in a upcoming episode. It ain't going to be done today. But that's where we are at the moment. Just wanted to take a quick break from the teardown, let you guys know where we were at. Also, want to let you guys know the info on this motor. It is a 2002 5.3 LS truck motor. It came out of a Silverado, and it just had barely over 100,000 miles on it. So fairly low on the miles, so that's good. Motor's not froze up. It turns over nice and freely, so we're all good there. Harness hasn't been butchered at all. Everything's complete. Nothing's been chopped up, hacked. There hasn't been any ends cut off of anything. All the plugs and everything are there and intact. ECU's intact. So we're good there. Nothing's been butchered. So yeah, so far everything's looking good. The only thing that's really been hacked on is the fuel line. When they were removing it from the Silverado, instead of trying to unbolt it, they just took some snips to it and cut the fuel lines in half. But other than that, that's the only thing that they chopped on it, except for the exhaust. And I'll explain to you guys on that before we go into the next part of this video. I have found out from people that the exhaust manifold bolts on the LS's are known to snap off, and that's not good. So I have been told to heat them real good and then spray them with penetrating oil and repeat that process a couple times. I guess the heat helps suck the penetrating oil up into the threads, helps loosen everything up from what I have read. So we will be doing that in the next part of this video, so we can get the exhaust manifolds taken off without snapping off any of the bolts, because I really don't want to have to deal with trying to weld a nut onto the end of them and back them out that way. It's just a royal pain in the ass. So hopefully, wish me luck on that. But yeah, I'm just going to heat them up, put some penetrating oil on there, and see what happens. But yeah, other than that, everything so far is looking really good. We're going to go ahead and cut this right here and go into the next part of the video and continue with the teardown. So here we go. Okay, in this part, you guys will see I'm using the air chisel to remove the radiator fan. I learned this trick from YouTube. You will also see periodically throughout today's video, Karma is in the background being my assistant today. Okay, right here I am removing the accessories from the front of the motor. We have 6 bolts for the water pump, 2 bolts for the alternator, and 4 bolts for the alternator and power steering
mounting bracket. And right here I am heating the heads of the exhaust manifold bolts. I am also removing these bolts very carefully and very slowly. It looks like I'm going slow in the hyperlapse. Imagine the speed I am going at in real life. Be careful with these, they snap off very easily. Here I'm getting ready to remove the dipstick tube, and now I am going to remove the AC compressor that is no longer going to be needed.
Okay, everybody, here we are, day 2 of a disassembly. As you guys just saw, I got the whole entire front of the motor disassembled and got the exhaust manifolds and motor mounts removed. Could not remove the harmonic balancer off the front of the crank because I do not have the proper puller for that yet. I'm going to order one off of Amazon today. As you guys can also see, rule of thumb, what I like to do anyway is, if you're working on a motor for the first time and you're not familiar with it and you don't want to forget where bolts go, what I like to do, if you guys saw in the hyperlapse, I like to put the bolts back in the holes that they came out of. That way, if I do have to reuse them, I know exactly where they came out and where they need to go right back in. So that's a good rule of thumb for you guys. If you've never worked on a motor before and it's your first time, try to put your nuts and bolts back on your parts or in your block where they came out of as you're taking it apart. It just makes it easier on the reassembly. But anyway, that is going to be that for the disassembly part of today. So we will be right back with you.
Okay, here I decided to go ahead and power wash the motor before going on with the teardown.
Okay, everybody, well, there you go. Got the power washing all done. It didn't come out perfectly. There's still some pretty caked on stuff, and I was using like the high pressure tip on it, and that stuff just wasn't coming off. But the majority of it is all off of it now. Been good and degreased and ready to go further in the disassembly in the next video, but I can't continue the disassembly in this video because I need to get the harmonic dampener puller. So yeah, but we will definitely be working on that next time. So, but there you guys go. She has been completely power washed and cleaned off. So there she is. All right, well, we'll be right back with you guys. Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, as you saw, that is our 5.3 LS out of a 2002 Chevy Silverado with 109,000 miles on it for Project Dark Sin. Starting out with a pretty good power plant. We've got everything going back to Summit Racing that we had originally for the 350, so we can exchange it for what we have left that we need to do the rebuild or reassembly of the new 5.3. We don't want to have any downtime at all whatsoever with this power plant because we are not familiar with it and do not want to take the risk of forgetting anything on where anything goes when we're putting it back together. Going to be ordering the harmonic dampener puller sometime today. So yeah, that's basically it. We're just gonna keep working on the motor. So the next couple videos are primarily going to be us working on Darksend's power plant, and probably going to do some of squeezing a little bit of void in here and there.
I have some smoke lights I want to put in.
Yeah.
So probably going to put that in some of the videos.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll put them in the videos here and there, but primarily it will be us tearing the 5.3 down, going right into reassembly, and yeah, so don't miss any of that. Also, make sure you come back on Friday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, for our weekly live stream, Car Talk and other things with Liam and Big D right here on our YouTube channel. Also, make sure you like our videos, and if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. We greatly appreciate it, and hit that bell icon over in the corner so you get first alerts every time we go live or upload a new video. I'm Big D.
And I'm Liam.
And we're out.